Hello, in this video, I will be showing you the built-in report features available in the Control Center console. In the previous video, we have shown you how to create policies using the Policy Studio and how to test them using the Policy Validator. Before we proceed with generating reports, let's take a look at the policies one more time to make sure that the audit log obligations are enabled. These obligations create a record when a transaction is either allowed or denied by the policy. Now that we have these policies in place, we can use the Policy Validator to simulate users accessing finance documents. We will run these test cases a few times, and each time these test cases are run, a record will be generated. Now, we'll go to the reporter to generate a few reports. The dashboard illustrates different key features to generate different reports. For example, this graph highlights different deny policies that were triggered in the past 30 days. Currently, there is only one deny policy. However, if we have more, you will see a variation of which policies are getting triggered more and which are getting triggered less. Based on the information that you can collect from the dashboard, different routes and conclusions can be derived in view of future actions to improve service level. For example, if there's a spike in the trend of denied policies. Typically, what you will see is a normal amount of denied policies, but if you see a sudden spike, you could infer that perhaps someone is maliciously trying to open restricted documents. Overall, this dashboard provides a high-level overview of the different reports that we can generate. Now let's go to the Reports tab, which can actually be used by both an auditor and the help desk team because this allows us to identify what the users are doing and why they're being denied access to a particular file. For example, it is possible for a user to call the help desk and say, "Hey, I'm trying to open this particular document, but I'm receiving an access denied message for the document. Why is that?" The help desk team can then create a report for the denied user in the past 30 days. So I will see here that we have a user, Jane, who was denied a few times in the past 30 days. And if you click on the timestamp, you will see the details of the user at the time of the transaction and identify which attribute could have caused the deny. In addition, you can also export the contents of these transactions into an Excel sheet. Using this button here, I can export the table view seen below, exporting all of the denied transactions for that particular time period. Control Center also monitors what the administrators are doing. We can keep track of this using the Audit Logs tab. Now in our environment, we only have one administrator. But of course, in a production environment, it is highly recommended that you have named administrator accounts so that when you generate this audit log, you will know exactly who did what under the details section. If you go to the transaction where an administrator tries to change something, you will see both the old and new values of that policy or configuration. This policy or this function will be useful if you want to roll back a particular policy to a previous version or to determine what changes were made. The report view has other advanced features like creating monitors and alerts, but we'll keep that for a separate video. For now, we'll conclude our high-level overview of the reports view. Thank you for watching.